Hey folks,
Hi, Neff.
I want to point out some very interesting information about carbon dating. You know, evolutionists and uniformitarianists base so much of what they believe on these fallacious dating methods.
Yeah, it would be much more reliable to check a 16th century translation of a bunch of stories made up by Bronze Age nomads. Say, mister, how old is this rock? Why, 6,000 years, of course, Billy. What about the moon? 6,000 years. The sun? 6,000 years. Oh, look! Here's a dead animal! Let me guess. 6,000 years, right? No, Billy, that's just silly. It's 4,400 years old. Oh, that's interesting. What about this one? 4,400 years. And this 4,400 years, Billy. Aren't you starting to see the pattern? Oh, I know. If it used to be alive, it's 4,400 years old. And if not, it's 6,000 years old. Unless it's man-made. That's absolutely right, Billy. Whoa, golly, that's so easy. Thanks, mister. And it's much more reliable than actually checking using any of those falsifiable scientific methods that independently confirm each other. Indeed it is, Billy. Indeed it is. Say, mister? Yes, Billy? You're an idiot.
And there's circular logic, and you're going to see that in this article here.
The following section includes ad hominem attacks against Neff's character. These arguments are not intended to be valid. They are, however, perfectly justified by the fact that Neff is an idiot. Neff, you wouldn't recognize circular logic if it worked for your favorite escort service. You wouldn't recognize it if it came in a bottle. You wouldn't recognize it if you stole its disability check every month. You wouldn't recognize it if your favorite book relied on it. And it does!
When a plant or animal dies, it can no longer accumulate fresh carbon-14 in the supply, and the organism at the time of death is gradually depleted. Since the rate of depletion has been accurately determined, scientists can calculate the time elapsed since it died. That's false.
Yeah, of course. I mean, are we expected to believe that dead organisms stop breathing and eating? Wait.
But scientists have long recognized that carbon-14 dating is subject to error. Long recognized now. They're still using it saying, oh, this is evidence of...
Billy? How thick is a hair? Oh, gee, I don't know, mister. How thick is a hair? Here's a ruler, Billy. Why don't you find out? But, mister, it's too thin. And what does that teach us about rulers? That they can't be used to measure really small distances? Oh, Billy, now you're being silly again. It means that they're completely useless. If a method can't be accurately used for absolutely everything, it's unreliable. You shouldn't ever measure anything with a ruler again, Billy. But, mister, how can I find out how thick a hair is then? Check the Bible, Billy. If it doesn't say, then there's no way to know. Say, mister? Yes, Billy. Were your parents siblings?
Their dating methods are hogwash.
Hogwash? Isn't that your hometown?
Using a mass spectrometer, an accelerator, blah, blah, blah.
Ooh, big words.
Age estimates using carbon dating and uranium-thorium dating differed only by slightly for periods from 9,000 years ago to the present.
Neff, I think you misunderstand this. When multiple methods confirm each other, that's a good thing.
One reason the group believes the uranium-thorium estimates to be more accurate than carbon dating is that they produce better matches between known changes in the Earth's orbit and changes in global glaciation. Do you see the circular reasoning here? How do they know when the Earth's orbit changed?
In order to think that uranium-thorium dating is used to determine when the Earth's orbit changed, you'd have to be stupid enough not to understand the difference between a solar system and a galaxy. Okay, let me try. Not to understand the difference between dark matter and antimatter. We find out about things like this using the magic of math. See, there's really only one force affecting the Earth's orbit, so it's not really that complicated.
Gravity! See, it was the flood of Noah that created the ice, quote, ice age. There's only been one.
The stupid! It burns!
This is how evolutionists timeline the geologic column in their head, which doesn't exist in the Earth, by the way. You see, the flood caused the Earth to tilt, and it's now 23.5 or so, I think, degrees off due north.
Yes, indeed, Neff. The North Pole has been tilted to the north. What?
And it has a wobble. And this was because the continents rapidly slid across.
No, the wobble is because of the moon's
gravity!
The Lamont-Doherty group says uranium-thorium dating not only is more precise than carbon dating in some cases, but also can be used to date much older objects.
Now, that's ironic, because since it's more reliable and can be used to date older objects, Neff, that means you just dug yourself even deeper into your grave of stupid.